Hello and welcome to another Royal Reviewer live pop-up chat. Let me just adjust this camera because it seems a little bit low. There we go. Right, it's evening time, which is why we're over here. I have no window light. Hello, I hope you've all had a wonderful Friday. For some reason, it doesn't feel like Friday to me. I don't know why. But look what I went and got today. It is the 2nd of August. And of course, in the UK, the print edition of Vogue is out. Can you see the mirror? Can you see how shiny the mirror is? So I have the edition of Vogue and I have been reading it this afternoon. It is here. I am excited. Let's give it a fan flap. Have you got yours? Have you ordered yours? Are you awaiting yours? Is it on order? Have you looked at the online version of it? It's here. And not only do I have one copy, but I actually have two copies. And there's a little funny story which I did put on my community page today. So I went shopping and I got these from my local supermarket, and I went to the shelf and I was looking for them. I wanted to see where they were, and they were actually very high up on a top shelf. I don't know why they were quite high up on the top shelf, but it's quite a large section of magazines, and these are quite thick. If you look how thick they are very, very thick editions. So they only managed to get three or four of them, probably, that kind of way, on the shelf. So in one section there was only three. I grabbed two of them, and there was this lady next to me, and she was looking at the magazines, and she noticed what I got. And as soon as she saw that it was the Vogue, she reached up and grabbed the remaining one. So I thought I was being kind, leaving one behind at least for someone else. But the lady swiped it. She grabbed it and it was gone. So there we go. So in my local supermarket, there are no more copies of British Vogue. They are all gone. And I have been reading it this afternoon. I'm not all the way through. I haven't completed it. It's a really thick magazine. I am actually up to, I think it was, whose interview am I up to? I did put a little bookmark in, and I've lost where I'm up to now. Where am I up to? Anyway, I put a little bit of paper in here somewhere, and it's now gone. But I am up to somewhere. Where is it? Where's my paper gone? Oh, here it is. I found it. Sorry, I put the paper further in so that for the cover shoot. So I am up to Jamila Jamil's interview. That's what I'm up to. So I am up to page 197. If you've got a copy, I am up to page 197, Jamila Jamil's interview. But I have read the interview with Prince Harry and Dr. Jane Goodall. I've read Edward Enninful's cover letter, editor's letter. I've read Meghan's editor's letter. I've looked at the amazing adverts. I mean, Meghan did mention in her guest editor letter that she specially mentioned the fact that that there are adverts in there, because obviously it is still a commercial venture, and there are. I mean, literally when you first go. By the way, I haven't read an edition of Vogue for a very, very long time. A very, very, very long time. So I didn't really know. I think I'd forgotten what to expect. Anyway, the first 50 odd pages was complete adverts. Now, that's not terribly too bad, because it is a fashion magazine. We have to remember it is a fashion magazine, and it's a glossy fashion magazine. It's a high-end fashion magazine, and the 50 pages were gorgeous. I have to say, you're looking at them, at the adverts, and they're all these brand labels, and yes, they are expensive. They are expensive brand labels. There were certainly not any what you would probably call class as high street here in the UK, which is just like normal shops that you would find on the high street. These are high-end, Gucci, Prada, all the rest of it, Louis Vuitton. I mean, but the photos are gorgeous. If you want some fashion escapism, the poses, the models, they are all gorgeous, I have to say. But Meghan did mention in her little guest editor letter that, this is to be expected. It is a fashion magazine. There's, I suppose the only mainstream advert I've seen in the first 50 pages, one for Estee Lauder. the makeup. And there was a nice scratch and sniff on one of the a Gucci perfume, and you can peel it back and have a little sniff, and it smells gorgeous. So yes, obviously I can't show you inside the magazine for copyright reasons. You should obviously go and buy your own. But hey, they can't stop me talking about it, so I'm going to be talking about it. There was a lovely Van Cleef and Arpels ruby and diamond necklace which caught my eye as well on page 50, which was gorgeous. Then you get to the contents page on page 51. Again, there's lots more adverts until you get to the very meaty part of. See, I'm skipping through gorgeous adverts. Michael Kors. Yes, it's really stunning. Tag Heuer, the watches, and then we get to the editor's letters, which I thought were really, really good. And basically, it tells the story of how Edward and Meghan kind of got together over text message, and how they collabed, and how they really think that it is a point in time to be doing this. That's definitely one of the messages that got through in both of their letters, is that this is a special time that should be captured and documented for the future. And that's why, obviously, they came up with the idea of having the 15 women on the cover. Now, I'm going to go straight to the chat room. In fact, I've been waffling. I meant to go to the chat room a little at the very start, and I didn't. So let's go to the chat room and see what people are saying. Here you go. Right, I can see the top chat. Let's put it on live chat. There we go. Right, I can see. I'm going to carry on talking about the magazine too. Alicia says, I can't wait to get my copy. Hello to everyone who said hello. Vicky P says, Barnes & Noble won't have it until next week. I'm so mad, but I did get the digital copy. Next week? What? G-Ray says, I made the pop-up chat. Hello, but you have the online version. Maggie Finn's had Madonna's Vogue stuck in her head all day. As many of us probably have. Hello to Cherry Blossom from Rainy St Thomas. Hello to Laurie Clark, who got yours. Oh, they didn't have it at your grocery store. Oh no. Lots of people still haven't got theirs. Lots of people have it on order and it's still coming. Right, I'm going to skip all the way down to the bottom. Mercia, thank you for your donation of $1. I did see it eventually. Thank you so much. You get a fan flap and a big kiss from me. Lots of people saying that they've ordered it. Sharon says, wow, you got the magazine. How do you like it? Well, I'm going to be talking all about that. Mercy says, great reporting, thank you. Kay just saw it on eBay. How much is it fetching on eBay already? Let me know. How much is my extra copy? How much is this little bad boy worth? Let me know. Yes, Merlene, I have been perusing. I am up to, what page did I say? I've lost which page I was up to again. But I'm about halfway through. Like I say, it is a thick, chunky magazine. So I was enjoying the editor's letters, and it did reveal that Meghan obviously has been doing this during her pregnancy and her maternity leave too. Now, one of her comments, and I don't really kind of understand why, but one of her comments has led some in the media to speculate, and I do stress speculate, that Harry and Meghan may have known the sex of the baby, which I think is a load of untruth. I really do. Because there's one comment. Let me see if I can find what it is. Here we go. I was about 5 months pregnant when this process began, and by the time you hold this issue in your hands, my husband and I will be holding our 3-month-old baby boy in ours. Now, that does not reveal that Meghan and Harry knew the sex of the baby before baby was born, because we don't know when she wrote the guest editor letter. She could have wrote the guest editor letter months ago, literally, but after Archie's birth. So don't listen to any of those stories saying that they knew, the sex of the baby before. It proves nothing, because, like I say, we don't know the exact date when she wrote this letter. So it could have been, she could have wrote it just after Archie was born, and saying, well, by the time you read this, when it comes out in early August, he will be over, just 3 months old. So take that comment, I think, with a pinch of salt. eBay selling them for $50? Really? I think I invested well from £2, don't you think? Really? 50? My goodness. Oh, the digital version is available on Amazon US, says NR. Natalie says, hi, hello. Do you feel like there is a difference from the press and the public regarding the magazine? People are not mad at Meghan. That woman that I saw in the supermarket, she soon grabbed a copy. So no. And I said this before, there's a lot of, obviously, trash talking in the press going on. But I think people in the UK are just generally confused. Whenever people speak to me, especially knowing what I do, they ask me if it's true. Which kind of points to the fact that they are doubtful of the fact that it is true. If they're asking me, is it true? Is there any truth to all these stories? Then it shows me that they don't really believe it. So yes, on the one hand, you see Meghan doing all this lovely work. On the other hand, you get all the trash in the press. So people are just generally confused. People in Britain aren't stupid. How can you have, on the one hand, she's doing all this really good work and, fighting causes and, being inspirational and, highlighting and showcasing work. And then, on the other hand, you get all this bad press. It doesn't add up. And people in Britain are not stupid. So don't be fooled. Don't go thinking that everyone in Britain believes all that nonsense. Some people might. Some people are probably gullible. But you get those people everywhere. But the majority of people, I think, generally, are confused about it all. I think might be the phrase to say. And yes, Alicia, I got mine for £2. It was reduced by £1. I don't know why, but it does say special price £2, and it's got £3 with a line crossed through it. So I got mine for £2. So I had 2 copies for £4. Diane says, I agree, the guest editor's letter could have been 2 weeks ago. I'm going shopping at Barnes & Nobles as soon as the chat ends. Well, I hope you get one. Lots of people are very excited. Claudia says, HRH is the face of tradition, not a mover and shaker. God save the Queen. Oh yes, the Queen. This is not, let me just hold it up again. This is not the vehicle to showcase the Queen or to honour the Queen. It makes it very clear this is current people, young people, up and coming people that are making a difference now. So it's not the right place to honour the Queen. The Queen, of course, is inspirational, but this is not the right vehicle to do so. That says, thanks. £2, wow, compared to $25 or $50, people will make a profit. If people are buying them just to sell, they probably will, yes. Aminata Jar, thank you. $1.99. Thank you so much. You get, of course, a fan flap from me and a big kiss. Mwah! Now, I think I was a little bit psychic again. My psychic skills are going up all the time. I really should go into tarot, not. But a lot of the themes that are being spoken about in here are things that I've been talking about for quite a while, actually. And I was reading some of the bits and I just thought, ooh, I've been talking about something similar. And so a lot of these themes, I'm just flicking through again and I'm just looking at all these gorgeous adverts. I really am. Just lovely handbags and just amazing things. Yes, so there was another article about like a little peek behind the cover shot, and obviously we know the story about Meghan saying that she wants to see freckles. She wants, she wants the models to look like real women. Cookies and Cream says, all magazines have ads. It should come as no surprise to anyone. She's a guest editor. Hateful people just want to find a reason to attack her. They cannot deal with the fact that she excels. And she did also say that obviously she's been learning a lot about how to be a guest editor. But Edward Enfield did say that she was a natural to it. She learned really, really quickly. And she said that she was trying to learn all of the abbreviations and all that, and all the terminology that comes with it. And Like I said, Edward did say that she was a natural, and he jumped at the chance to allow her to guest edit. So yes, her wish came true, but it was more than reciprocated. He couldn't wait. So I'm just still looking at all these gorgeous adverts going on, and there is lots of them. We shouldn't forget it is a fashion magazine, so people often do actually buy these sorts of magazines for the adverts. People do actually pay to see the adverts. I have a donation, Kessie, $50 US. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, you are amazing. Mwah! Thank you so much. That is kind. Thank you so much, Kessie. Mwah! Oh, now I am looking at one advert and I thought, oh, it's gorgeous. It's a Stella McCartney, and she's got this kind of I think is alpaca fur or alpaca wool considered ethical? I think it must be, because Stella McCartney is all about ethical clothing. She doesn't do fur. She doesn't do anything that's unethical. And she's pictured here in this advert, and she's wearing this gorgeous coat. If you've got a copy, it is on page. Oh, the adverts aren't paged numbered. Oh no, I can't find you the page number because the adverts don't have pages on them. But anyway, it's the Stella McCartney advert where there's two alpacas. I think they're alpacas, and she's wearing this. It must be alpaca wool coat, I think, and it looks gorgeous. And I would buy that in a heartbeat. If there was anything in the magazine I would buy that coat. There is some male clothes advertised in here. We've got an advert for D Squared, which is quite fashionable. Like I say, there are some scents that you can sniff going on. Handbags and articles. So again, a lot of ethical. Oh, that's it. It was a Gucci. It was a Gucci scratch and sniff. I'm scratching and sniffing right now. You peel it back and then you go. It smells gorgeous. It's Gucci Memoir. Vicky P says, did you hear about Princess Eugenie's podcast? I did, and I'm saving. I have a whole list of things that I'm going to save for tomorrow's weekly live chat, and that is one of them. Robin says, magazines cost way more than $6. £2 in the UK. Deborah says the adverts actually pay for the production of the magazine. It's yeah, it is standard procedure. Now, I'm just trying to skip through because where was the article? There was one article I read that was that had things that I've been talking about, and you have to I forgot how much you have to. Oh, the poem. Yes. I hadn't. There's one section in the arts and culture. Now I can give you a page number on this. 169, and it's a note from the beach by Matt Haig. Now I'm not going to read it because obviously you can probably Google it online. A note from the beach by Matt Haig, Haig. I've never heard that poem before, and I loved it. I really did. There's a little bit of naughty language in the poem, a little bit further down, but it is a really good poem, and I'm glad I read it because it is really insightful about the environment, and that is another theme that comes across really strongly in this magazine, is the environment. So it's not only inspirational women affecting change, being a force for change, but it's also about the environment and how we can be a force for change for the environment. Now, I admit, the mirror, I did look in the mirror and see my face in there. So if you've done that, do let me know. Alpaca, Claudia says, is good. Animal doesn't die to provide the wool. True. So I'm sure the coat looked like it was made of alpaca. Otherwise, what would be the point of having the model standing with two alpacas? So it must be alpaca. Alicia says, I personally like the ads in magazines. Well, it does give you an idea of what's in fashion. It is, after all, a fashion magazine. So like, well, what do you expect? So like I said, I'm just kind of... Oh, there was also one advert I liked as well. Sorry, I'm talking about the adverts, but there was an advert for Little Green, Greene, paint and paper. and it says a new collection of authentic National Trust colours, including original shades from the homes of Winston Churchill, George Burns Shaw, and Beatrix Potter, available now. So it's a National Trust in the UK is like a collection of all our historical buildings. So there are shades available that are available in National Trust properties. I didn't even know about it, so I was really pleased to know about that. That definitely appealed to me. Oh, here we go. And Prince Harry's interview with Dr. Jane Goodall, I thought was very insightful too. And he really did open up to her. They look like they get along incredibly well. Yeah, they were both very, very, very open to each other. Which was the bit that was it about stray dogs and cats? No. Oh yes, here we go. The bit that I was speaking about. Do you remember? Was it in my previous live chat or the one before? I can't remember. But I was talking about ignorance, and I was saying about people opening their eyes and their ears and listening to people. And Dr. Jane Goodall tells a story about where she was in a taxi, and she was speaking to this man about animals and that kind of thing. And he was telling her about that his sister runs an animal shelter or something of that nature, and he doesn't see why she does it and all the rest of it. So it ended up where Jane Goodall must have given him a big note. He didn't have any change to give her, so he owed her $10 or something of that nature. So she said to him, I want you to donate that to your sister's charity. And then she got a letter from the sister a few weeks later telling her that not only had he donated to that charity, but after her conversation, he'd also been there 3 times donating his time. So even though she'd left that taxi not thinking that she'd made an impact, not thinking that she'd made a change, she had. And she was saying it's not often that you get feedback on the impact and the change that you've made in someone's life. Luckily, she did in this case. So this man hadn't been ignorant. He'd opened his eyes. He'd listened, and even though initially he hadn't accepted what she'd said, he went away. He thought about it, and it sank in. And because he'd allowed himself to open his eyes and his ears and not be ignorant, which is what I was speaking about before, this is a prime example of what I was speaking about. I must be psychic. And he opened his eyes and his ears, and he allowed someone, in this case Dr. Jane Goodall, to influence him and teach him. And he learnt something new, and that affected his life. So it just goes to show, it doesn't matter who you are, big or small, you can affect people in the greatest of ways by doing the smallest things, just having a conversation. Kareen, thank you so much. You have made me smile almost daily, says Kareen. Thank you. No, thank you. She's donated $20 US. Thank you so much. Mwah, from me, and a big fan flap. Thank you. Mwah. I want to see what people are saying. There we go. Let's have a look. Alicia says, that's why I'm getting mine tomorrow. I'm going to my local Tesco's in the morning. Tesco's should have it, I would imagine. Martine hopes that she can buy it in the Netherlands. I hope you can too. Lots of people talking about where they can get it. I have no idea. I mean, I imagine if they run out, they may do a reprint, I imagine. I can't believe they wouldn't. If they sold out completely, I would imagine they would do a bit of a reprint. Let's have a look. Right, I'm going to skip all the way down to the bottom. So if I've missed your comment, I am sorry. Just if it was really important, repost it. Annie, I am fine. Thank you so much. So that was just a bit of an interview, a bit of the interview that I really enjoyed. Oh yes, there was another thing as well. What page are we on now? Hang on, let's just check the pages. Page 191. It is the Out of This World section, and it is a fashion boutique by, who is it? It's a lady. What's her name? I can't find her name. London's newest exclusive boutique fashion joint has touched down in the capital to offer a range of one-off pieces. But who was the name of that? I can't. Right, Alina London, I think her name is Alina London, and there is some dresses that look obviously inspired by royalty. There is a purple dress, a pink dress with big poofy sleeves, and a really slinky kind of gold lame gown, and they look very Princess Diana inspired. So they caught my eye. Then there's another white dress that looks like the sort of dress that the Queen wears for the state banquets, and it's called Queenie. It's actually called Queenie. So I recognised it straight away. It looks just like that white dress, or that style of white dress that the Queen wears for state occasions. So there we go. I noticed that, and I thought that was really, really good to see. Then I get to the bit where I'm up to. So like I said, I'm up to Jamila Jamil's article, and there is a full-size picture of a bottom, a behind, a derriere. So it looks interesting. I think it's all about body acceptance and just accepting your body for who and what you are. So that's where I'm up to at the moment, and I will continue reading it, and I will give you the full-on review of it, I think, tomorrow once I'm doing my weekly live chat. Let's have a look what people are saying. Phyllis just ordered yours from Amazon under British Vogue, and you're in the States. PJR says, hey Elliot, only 2 days to go for your birthday. Have I gotten my Camilla ring yet? No, I haven't, but it is only 2 days. On the 4th of August, the same as Meghan's birthday. Oh, by the way, I am planning on doing my weekly vlog a day earlier, just so I can have my birthday night off, because Jason's got time off work, and I want an evening with him alone. So I'm going to be doing my weekly vlog tomorrow night, the same time. It'll be 12 a.m. UK time, so it'll be the same time, but just a day earlier. So it'll be Saturday, not Sunday. So it may be a slightly shorter vlog, but it will be earlier. And then next week I will I'll include all the vlog from my birthday. Dory says, I'm so jealous of you guys in the UK. I call dibs on the Sussexes too. As an American, we need some of that star quality. Well, I can't help that the magazine isn't being put out in America. Yeah, I mean, I think they've kind of missed a trick, because yes, this is British Vogue, but I think there are a lot of people in America and Canada and all over the world that want it. So I definitely think they should be shipping hard copies around the globe. Elderly Poodle says, Vogue is such a wonderful setting for the Duchess to reach people. It is indeed. It's just the right vehicle. Mercia says, 2 hours from Louisville and 15 minutes from Ellis Race Park. Horse racing. Erica says, I am an American and I tried to order it, but they're no longer taking any more orders. Oh no, they must have already sold out. Do you think? Do you think they've already sold out? Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Joan says, have to run. Have a good day. Vinny says, another live chat. Yeah, I hope you didn't start. I did start a while ago. I started 28 minutes ago, so it's nearly time for me to go. I just wanted to come on and do a really quick little, what I think about Vogue magazine, what I think about the September edition. Now, of course, the September edition is, I think, arguably the biggest edition in fashion magazines calendar, because they obviously release in August, just ahead of the September fashion change, because obviously the seasons change, and it's autumn winter, or fall winter, as you may say elsewhere. So you can talk about all the issues in August, but then when it comes to actually September, it is full on fashion, and sometimes that can be classed as being superficial. Meghan writes in here. So she was very lucky, she says, to get the September issue, because people can kind of digest all the issues that she's talking about in August, and then by the time September comes, hey, it's fashion, fashion, fashion all the way. Robin says, sold out on many outlets. One has a waiting list of 400. Really? Lady Buckingham says, any sightings of Doria in the UK for Meghan's birthday? I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen anything. But she is the mistress of slipping in and out, because we didn't see her slip in and out all the other time. So, so no, there has been no sightings, but that doesn't mean to say that she's not, is what I'm going to say on that one. Miss Doria sneaks in and out really, really well, which is good for her, really. Alicia says, I should have a royal party live stream. We can talk about my birthday on Saturday if you want to. Cello. Is it Cello or Kello? Or Cello? Says, my grandson and daughter-in-law has their birthdays on the 3rd and the 4th. That's really close together. Jojo says, I love your sold out face. Do it again. There you go. Sue says, I live in the US and checked Amazon, but it says it will only download to a Kindle. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Dan says, I'd like to look in your mirror. Turn your Vogue around. Okay. For those of you who haven't got your copy, you can look in the mirror. There you go. Can you see the camera? You can see yourselves there. Take a look in the mirror and see that you can be the person to affect the change in someone's life. Yes, Doria the ninja. She gets in and out there. She's waxing on and waxing off. Yes, I believe people are reselling them for a higher markup. Marilyn says, I can't believe Vogue would miss out an opportunity to sell the magazine in the US. Well, it looks like they have, basically. Phyllis says, I ordered about an hour ago from Amazon and got an email to receive it between the 8th and 14th. Okay. So it looks like in some cases you can still get from Amazon. Rose says, is there news of a nanny or manny for Meghan or Harry? I've not heard anything else other than the usual that she's sacked this one and sacked that one and got a new one and sacked that one. So, to be honest, I don't think anyone really knows that one. Thank you for all the happy birthday wishes. Colette says, can I have your extra copy? I don't know what I'm going to do with my extra copy. This is my extra copy. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm thinking, I don't know. I need to think about what I'm going to do with my extra copy. I really don't. Any ideas? If anyone's got any ideas about what I can do, do you know what? Maybe I could. I know we're joking about people putting it on eBay, but what if I put it on eBay and shared the link, and then I donated whatever it fetched? Apart from obviously if I took off the postage to send it to whoever it's from, what if I donated that to one of the charities that Meghan supports? And maybe I could do a poll of some of the charities, and you could vote on which charity it goes to. Maybe we could see how much. It might be fun. It might be fun to see how much it could fetch on eBay. I don't know. Anyway, just give me some ideas. What do you think I should do with it? I don't know. Alicia says, good idea. I mean, I don't know what people think. Do you think it's a good idea or not? We could see who the highest bidder is, and, well, I mean, obviously I wouldn't say who the highest bidder is, but we could donate the money to charity if we picked one. A lot of people do birthday. Have you guys got this on Facebook? Facebook have started asking people to set up charity donations. You can choose a charity, and then people can donate money for your birthday. So it's becoming a big thing. Birthday donations. It's all over Facebook. So that kind of just gave me the idea of maybe we could eBay it. I don't know. Anyway, have a think. If you think that's a good idea, let me know, and then we could do a poll on which charity gets it. Patricia says, I think it's a bad idea. I think you should send it to me. Nice try. Inga says, thumbs up. Alicia says, I would write to Harry and Meghan with your idea. Well, I'm sure she's just happy that people are reading the magazine in general. By the way, Sussex Royal Instagram want you to suggest accounts, and I don't know whether they just mean Instagram accounts or whether it's extended to any other sorts of accounts, but they want you to suggest people for them to follow. So I think it probably does just mean Instagram accounts. So if you've got inspirational people who you think they should be following this month, head on over there and suggest it to them. Now I'm just going to, where are we? There we go. I just want you to reload their page and see if they've uploaded anything whilst I've been on air. No, they haven't, but it has still got that post, which says, who is your force for change? So yes, they want you to suggest people or organisations, and over the next few days, please add your suggestions into the comment section. Someone you look up to. So there you go. You can make your suggestions there. Thank you, Antoinette. Lady Buckingham says, oh no, talking to someone else. Sharon says, before I go, I want to say happy birthday. Thank you. Mwah. Hi to Andrew. Elect Lady Glory says, lots of people have been posting on that Instagram account, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Well, I mean, it does fit. It does fit the category of what Harry and Meghan have asked for, a force for change. They are, of course, a force for change. So it's a legitimate recommendation, I think, and one which they may choose to take up. I don't know. G Ray says, I made several suggestions. Cindy says, happy birthday, and has donated $10. Thank you so much. Mwah! Thank you so much. Oh, now, like I say, I'm kind of halfway through the magazine, so I'm just kind of skipping through, and there are some articles which I'm looking forward to reading. There's the Michelle Obama one in particular, which I'm looking forward to reading. I'm just kind of skipped past that one, and it's there, so that looks very exciting. So yeah, there's lots of different things which are coming up, which I'm going to be reading over a cup of tea a bit later, I think, and tomorrow as well. Right, let's have a look. Princess Me says, I think you should, but if you would rather use the money to upgrade things you use. No, I'm perfectly happy with it going to one of Harry and Meghan's charities, because that's what this is all about. It's about inspirational people doing things for good, doing things for other people, making that change, being that person, being that person in the square. It's about being that person in the square, in the mirror. So if I can affect a little bit of change in a very small way, just by putting that on eBay, it might be a good idea. Maria says no spoilers. Well, no, I don't think I've given any spoilers. And I certainly haven't showed anything. I've just showed the cover, which is what everyone's seen anyway. Patricia says, keep your extra copy in pristine condition. Oh, it is. It's in mint condition. Sue says, I think they should follow you. I would love them to follow me, but my Instagram account is kind of a little bit odd compared to the rest, because I post pictures of my outfits that I wear and all that, but I don't know, my Instagram account isn't a particular force for change, I don't think. So I don't know. I don't think they'd look at it in that way. But if they looked at it in the context of the channel, maybe. But anyway, the Instagram account's just kind of, it's fun rather than making a cause for change. Sharon says, I'm not trying to distract. I do wonder which female in the Spencer family will wear that tiara next. Well, members have worn it for weddings and things since. So yes, it's available whenever any of the Spencer girls do get married, they have the option of wearing the Spencer family tiara. Marie says, thank you for ensuring no spoilers. You are more than welcome. The only spoiler I did give was Dr. Jane Goodall's story about the taxi. But I wanted to make that point because it was rather pertinent, because it's what I've been speaking about. Colette says, I'm going to nominate you as the best journalist for the Cause for Change. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that one. Andrew Mundell has donated £25. Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you so much. Mwah. Well, by the way, that reminds me. Some people have sent me messages on Instagram messages, direct messages. They are so hard to find. They are not easy to see. You have to click on a button to go into them. Anyway, so if you have sent me a direct message on Instagram, I am sorry, but I haven't got around to answering them all because I didn't know they were there for a long time. So it's taken me a while to get through them. Inga says, later I'll try to get hold of the physical copy. Patricia says, that's a good idea, though, to auction your extra copy and then donate the proceeds to one of the charities Meghan supports. Yes, that's the only thing I could think of to do with it. That would be fair, because I've only got one copy. So if everyone was saying, send it to me, how do I choose? How do I choose who to send it to? Mrs. BSN says, not a good idea to follow Kensington Palace. It's family and would be the same as following the... Oh, I'm not quite sure where you're going with that one. I haven't read the whole conversation. Thank you to Jojo, who sent me an early happy birthday. Thank you so much. Karine says, so does the wife of Princess Diana's brother, she wore it when they married? Yes, she did. But it can also be worn by any of the Spencer females. Well, I mean, it can be worn by anyone, but anyone who they allow it to. But it's typically the Spencer family females. Antoinette has donated $50. Happy birthday! Thank you so much. You're so kind. Like, there's been a lot of kindness today. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you so much. Wow. I hope I haven't missed anybody. Marilyn says, any info in the UK on the official number of sales? No, I haven't. To be honest, it's day one of sales, so I'm not sure they will have collated it. But people are saying that it's selling out fast in different outlets. In my own supermarket, I only saw 3 copies on the shelf. I had 2, and the other lady grabbed the one after she saw me taking it. But I'm sure there will be figures released eventually. T French donated $9.99. Love your live chats and a happy birthday. Again, thank you so much. My fan's doing some flapping tonight. Thank you so much. By the way, it's still hot. And actually, I went for a little lie down at 8 p.m. Today, and I fell asleep for 2 hours. It's hot. I don't know. I still feel tired, I think, from my head cold. But hey, I'm getting there. Live, Love and Laugh wants a hard copy over a digital copy. It is nice. I mean, I don't know whether you get the same, sense from the adverts and things from a digital copy. I don't really... I like the glossiness of and the physicality of a real magazine. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Angelica. Thank you, Kizzy. Sorry if I've missed your birthday wish. Thank you, Karine. And thank you to Alegna, who's in the sunny Caribbean. Wish I was. Right, I am going to go now. We are up to 43 minutes. And yes, it is 11:10 in the UK. So I will see you all tomorrow for my weekly live chat. We have lots of things to catch up on. There's lots of articles that have been out that I want to address and things like that. So, and of course, I will have had more chance to read more of the magazine. So I will update you on what I think more about the magazine tomorrow. So that's 10 o'clock GMT for my weekly live chat. And then pretty much straight after that, I will be releasing my, well, hopefully, if I can get it ready in time, I will be doing my premiere of my weekly vlog on my other channel, Elliot's British Life. If you're not subscribed do head over there and subscribe. So, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. We have 150 thumbs up with 502 people watching, so please hit the thumbs up before you go. Hit the notification bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Okay, 163 thumbs up now. Keep going, keep going. And I wish you all a very happy evening, and I will see you all tomorrow. So from me in Shropshire, mwah, to you all, and be a force for change.